So check it out, guys. I'm down here just plinking today, having some fun. I'm bringing down this Pietta 1858 New Army. This is the Sheriff's model. This has a 5-inch barrel rather than an 8-inch barrel on the longer ones. And this thing is awesome. So let's load it up. So you put it on half cock, tip it up, then you take your black powder. I use real black powder now. This is Go X black powder. This is the good stuff. I don't use that substitute junk. Got my powder measure, which in this nozzle here, it measures out 30 grains, I'm pretty sure is what it is. It's automatic 30. And you flip it upside down, close the port, and pour it in. Flip it upside down, close the port, and pour it in the next chamber. Keep doing that for all 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, you want to take your lubed wads and I put one in each chamber. As you can see, there's a reason why we don't use these guns anymore. It's a labor of love. It's a longer loading process. Of course, when they used these, they would carry around extra loaded cylinders. So on the battlefield, like in the Civil War, they'd have it extra cylinders preloaded in their coat pocket or whatever, and then they could just, when they were empty, they could switch out with their preloaded cylinder. Then you take your lead ball. So this is a 45, or it's a 44, but it takes a 45 caliber ball. It takes a 454 diameter lead ball. So you put your ball in, then you take your plunger and you plunge it down. Plunge it down. If they go in hard, that's to be expected. You go in hard. Then you spin it around and you put your next ball in. And you plunge it down, just like that. Okay? Spin your cylinder onto your next ball. And you plunge it down. Next ball. And you plunge it down. I just go as far as I can. Next ball, plunge it down. And for the 6th one, plunge that baby in there. Lock your loading lever back up into place. All the while, we're still in half cock here. It takes number 10 caps. Take your cap. Put your cap on the nipple. Yes, on the nipple. So I'm on the range, so I really don't care that about keeping an empty chamber under the hammer. If I was going to carry this, I would. The nice thing about these is that these cylinders are cut in a way, I'll show you in just a sec. The cylinder is cut in a way that you can rest the hammer between each chamber. So you could carry this with a loaded chamber under the hammer. I'll show you here. So you've got your caps on your nipples, and then right there, right in between each chamber, there's a little cutout that you can rest the hammer on. So you bring it around. Well, that won't work, but just like that. And then you can rest your hammer in that cutout. It locks it. So then you could carry it, right? But obviously we're not carrying this. You could though. You definitely could. So let's see how she shoots. Now sometimes these number 10 nipples and the number 10 caps, they don't sit quite right. So sometimes you have to go through, and you gotta do this carefully. Push on each one to seat the cap on the nipple. That's what I usually do. Seat it. Seat it. And you'll see why in just a sec here. Sometimes they don't seat properly and they don't fire on the first round. So you can fix that by polishing the nipples down, but I haven't. I may do that someday, but I just haven't had to yet. So let's see how she shoots. Single action, of course. She shoots like a dream. I was aiming for those cheap Walmart sodas for 3 of those shots, and for 3 of them just under. You can't really see the target because of the tall grass, but as you can see, she shoots awesome. And after each round, after each time you pull the trigger, the cap kind of explodes and then it comes off. So sometimes the cap will get stuck in that little chamber and you just kind of have to fish it out with your fingernail or knife or whatever. But as you can see, this thing is freaking awesome. I love it. The thing about black powder is you got to make sure that you clean it. If you get yourself one of these, make sure that you clean it after every time you fire it, and don't let it go. Don't clean it the next day or a week later, because this black powder is very corrosive and it will absolutely destroy the gun. But anyway, that's the Pietta 1858 4-inch barrel. It's the sheriff's model. See you guys later.